What is up? What is up, guys? It's the Mark with the Mic, and this is another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cycling Link. I'm Mark with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And
Wrestling.
all wrestling.
Grrr.
Don't pull the vein now. Oh man. Anyway,
Dropkick hurts, man. Dropkicks hurt.
a lot of things we got to talk about. We got a little review of All In, which was the All In pay-per-view that was last night. That was produced by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. We have the Weekend Wrestling, which Raw has a good match, but had a lot of moments. SmackDown was good. NXT was good.
NXT was really good. Yeah.
205 was good. So
yeah,
Raw, you gotta pick it up.
Definitely.
We got a new champion in Impact Wrestling, the new women's champion. That was actually it happened a couple of weeks ago, but I knew about that she was going to change the belt very soon. It's just the way they film kind of like NXT. They film like 3 episodes at once, and then they show older stuff when they air on TV.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, also I have a little review of Fire Pro Wrestling World, which just came out on PS4. It's just interesting how to like to make characters and how their system works and how to download characters. I'll explain that later on the cast. So I guess we could start with All In.
Okay. Nice.
Guess we'd go All In with that.
Yeah.
I did not watch the 0 Hour, so you may, if you've seen it, you talk about that part. I think I started at the Steve Amell and Christopher Daniel fight.
I think that was considered a part of it. I'm not 100% sure. There were 3. I think there were 3 matches. There was like the tag match. The women's battle? Was the women's fall away? Was that a part of the beginning?
Yeah, I guess so then.
Yeah,
so then I did catch it.
You probably just missed the first match. That was it.
I didn't see the Battle Royal. I did not see the Briscoes versus UC.
Yeah, that's the first match. That's the first. The Briscoes versus SCU.
I didn't see the Battle Royal. I did see Matt Cross versus.
That would be number 2.
I did see Matt Cross versus MJF.
Okay, so that was number 3. So you didn't see the first 2? Yeah, only 2.
Yeah. So
okay.
So the first match was SCU versus the Briscoe brothers.
And you know what? This is a good introduction to a lot of these people because they said it as well. The commentators that this is going to be a lot of people's first exposure to a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Because obviously, the people watching there are fans of them, and they would attend it, and no matter where they all these performers fought, but people watching at home probably have never seen like Ring of Honor or for any length of time or any of the other promotions.
Yeah.
So this was definitely like a chance for a lot of these people to showcase. And damn, dude, this first match was actually really good. The Briscoes, like I know that they have a huge following, that they're popular and whatnot. They've been all over the world, but I've not being a ROH person. Yeah, I've never really seen them that much.
Yeah, they ROH like brought up kind of.
Yeah,
they did their thing. Like I know, one of them was a world champ a few times.
Okay, cool.
So they had the star power and all. They just recently, like about a year ago, they went back into doing tag team matches and stuff like that.
Didn't know that.
But the one that's kind of, I think he's bald. So the one with the shaved head.
Okay.
The one that's not doofy looking. And he was a ROH world champion. He
gotcha.
Belt a couple times.
Okay. I remember like the defining thing for them besides their look when they first started out was their promos because they were super southern, super gritty. So,
yeah, and that's where a lot of people were comparing the Usos to when they started doing their heel promos.
I didn't get that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see that now. But like their in-ring style, I was telling you, since they've come back from New Japan, I've seen some of their older stuff and then seeing them now, and like they're way better than they were before. So it was actually a treat for me to watch the match. So it was those two versus what you say SCU, and I know of Frankie Kazarian,
Yeah,
but I just have never really got to see him perform on this good of a level, I guess, because he must have turned it up a notch because that dude was on fire. Like the stuff he was pulling out, the tag moves with him and Scorpio, like because I know they're a trio, right? It's him,
yeah,
Scorpio, and the Fallen Angel.
yeah,
So they much like any 3-man group have a lot of tag moves together, and they were all on point. Both teams actually. And my one gripe with the match I was also telling you earlier was that this has to do with the difference in production value, which I was telling you is not an all in to compare to WWE. It was to compare it to Ring of Honor, which is technically who was doing it,
yeah,
but they were having issues that I've never seen Ring of Honor have. And they missed a couple of really high profile moves during that match. Like the crowd popped for whatever happened, and you realize the guy did a jumping neck breaker and caught him with some awesome maneuver. And it was like, damn, they were just showing the guy standing in the ring. It's just like, wow. But other than that, I give the match like a 4.5. It was really good and probably a great way to open the whole pay-per-view.
okay, yeah. So that was part of the 0 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the over budget battle royal,
and that was super fun. Scott Steiner has shown up to stop me from telling you.
Goddamn Scott Steiner! You see, you put a tag team over, and he's got mad.
Yeah, he got pissed off. Him and his brother are gonna ride a different way, hopefully. But like I was saying earlier, there were a lot of really cool moments, and I like the way this battle royal was framed. It was again to get everybody a little bit of shine. So they had a lot of the people who had rivalries. They did their thing against their rival. The tag teams that were involved in the match, they did tag team moves, and they did their basically save each other and whatnot. Rocky Romero has saved the best friends from falling out of the ring, and it was kind of cool. And then he got the shit kicked out of him. But it was a lot of really, really wrestler specific moments. So I guess if you're a fan of whatever promotions they're from, you would know exactly what's going on. And it was actually pretty fun. It wasn't like slow. It wasn't just a bunch of dudes mashing each other in the corner. Bully Ray was in there. He had it pretty hyped for a good minute. Billy Gunn and his son were in there. Both it was pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
So I can go through a list of the people that were in the match. It was Chucky T and Beretta, Cheeseburger, Hurricane, Ethan Page, Rocky Romero, Jimmy Jacobs, Punishment Martinez, Austin Gunn, Billy Gunn.
Shout out to him. He did his thing too.
Marco Stunt, Brian Cage, Jordan Gracie, which was I think the only female in this battle royal.
Yeah, and she's a beast.
She a big girl, but she fucking powerful.
Yeah, she is. Her and Brian Cage when they went at it for a little bit.
Yeah, Colt Cabana and Bully Ray.
And Colt Cabana did a standing moonsault off the top rope. How he balanced himself, I don't know. How he landed on his feet when he did it, it was amazing. He was magical during the match too. Like he only did a few things, which because of his style, not everybody likes his style of comedy wrestling. But what he got to do during the match was like spot on. Everything he did was appropriate. Everything he did was like the timing was perfect. So it was all good. I would give that a 4.5. Like for me, because it was just really good.
Flip and I forgot to say Flip Gordon. He actually won that win over.
Yeah, he wore he looked like Bob from Deadpool. Is it Bob from Deadpool?
Yeah.
Agent Hydra agent.
Yeah.
It's Bob, right?
Yeah.
He had a costume. He had a lucha outfit similar to his. It was green and yellow. I'm pretty sure that's not what it was a reference to.
It's probably the Kick-Ass.
Probably more than likely Kick-Ass, but like he really reminded me of that, and he had trick because he has a rivalry with Bully.
Yeah,
because he put him through a table before, and he got knocked out early in the match. He was the first person in the match to be like incapacitated but not eliminated.
Yeah,
because he got put through a table. And so he came back and he won at the end. That was pretty cool. And he had an awesome match later with Black Machismo.
Okay. Next match, Matt Cross versus MGF. This is the match I actually caught it on, and I like Matt Cross as Son of Havoc. When I don't see them mask on him, it kind of weirds me out.
Got you. That's who that is. Did not realize that.
The match was kind of sloppy to me.
Okay.
He did execute his like high fly moves here and there, but I felt like they like really slowed down their pace and how they move. That they were waiting for each other to catch each other's spot.
Oh, really? See, I wasn't focused on this one. I was kind of like out of sorts, not paying attention. This one didn't keep my attention.
Yeah, and that was my big problem. And then again, that's probably why you probably didn't have paid attention, because if you would have known it was Son of Havoc, then you'd be like, "Oh shit, it's Son of Havoc."
Yeah.
But you didn't know that, so it's like, "Oh, it's the white guy with a beard."
I'll be honest. I was just wondering, why is the other guy so incredibly cocky?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who the fuck he is. So I don't know why he's like this. It just kind of annoyed me. I'm like, ugh.
I didn't care for the match that much. I'll give it a 2 for some of the spots, but it looked, again, I hate when a match looks like it's rehearsed.
Okay, yeah,
because you see them waiting for a spot and it annoys the shit out of me. I hate it. And then also, even though this is a thing, and there's also WWE has a tendency to do it. Actually, a lot of wrestling federations tend to do it, and I blame more the camera angles than the actual wrestler. Is when you see the person setting up.
Yes, especially for a move off the top rope or something.
Yes, I hate when they do that. I hate, like, why are you putting the camera on them? You see them setting up. It has to be an illusion that you don't see them there.
Yep.
And it pisses me off when they do that. It really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't finish the match, so I can't really comment on it.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. So the show kicked off with Stephen Amell versus Christopher Daniels. For the most part, Stephen Amell actually did quite well in this match. Like,
he did pretty good. I was surprised.
Yeah, he took some mean bumps. He was willing to actually put his. See, the thing is, when he actually wrestled in WWE, this was the first time he ever stepped in the ring, so he felt like more nervous to know. Now that he trained longer, he actually is in good shape, but he trained more with Cody and all that stuff. Seeing that Cody is part of Arrow as well, so so the next little connection. For the most part, it was a fun match.
Yeah, the funny thing, and it's not to disparage him, but to be honest, Christopher Daniels was more sloppy than Amell.
Yeah,
like he slipped on his finisher, and I didn't even realize it. Like I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
and then he didn't catch it completely, and it looked off, and he had to do it again, and it was like, yeah, that didn't even look. And it was like, damn, dude, how's the rookie out here outshining you? But it wasn't that bad, and I thought it was an okay match.
Yeah, it was a fun match.
For what it was, a stunt, basically a celebrity type of match. I'll give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3. It was fun. I think they did enough to get the crowd in and stuff like that. For an opening match, it set a standard kind of thing and get the crowd going.
Kudos to the Fallen Angel for pulling the cleanest ploy when he set himself up super slowly on the table.
Yeah,
you saw him do it on purpose, and I thought to myself, why he do that? That looks so bad. That looked bootleg as fuck. And then you realize he wasn't laying there for him. He did that on purpose, like an asshole. And I thought that was the coolest thing that you could have done.
Yeah,
he just laid on the table. He was perfectly fine.
Right.
And Stephen Amell went right through it. So that was great.
Next match was the women's 4-way: Tessa Blanchard versus Chelsea Green versus Mason Ryan versus Dr. Britt Baker. So Britt Baker is Adam Cole's girl.
Okay.
And then Chelsea Green is Zack Ryder's girl. So those are the ones that I was telling you about earlier that I didn't know who's who. So I guess Britt Baker is the one that was the dentist.
Yes.
Anyway, solid women's match. A lot of good spots. Tessa Blanchard is getting better in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen some bad matches with her. Like she reminds me of early Charlotte.
Okay.
So she has a tendency, like a lot of females in the thing. I think they rehearse their matches too much, and you see them waiting for spots again. Like my biggest problem in the last match, you see them waiting for spots.
Yes.
And I hate when they do that. I just really hate it, and it gets me off the illusion of the wrestling match because you're showing me your spot, and it really bothers me.
Yeah.
Like basic ones are fine. Like if you're going on top is a body splash, you have to set up. Those are some that are forgiving. But like say for instance, you're going to do a big thing outside, and you see all the girls like slowly get together and hug each other. That annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not supposed to film that.
Yeah. But really solid match. I think they all had a good time in the ring. Blanchard, you saw her dad outside, and
she brought him to the ring,
and her stepdad, Magus TA.
I was gonna say my MVP of the match was Madison Rayne. Like she was on fire.
Yeah. Oh, and you get to see her on the Mae Young Classic.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. But she's going by her real name in the Mae Young Classic.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, solid match, solid showing. I had some. I had a lot of sloppy spots, so it kind of messes it up. Again, I don't like when people do the like they look like they're telegraphing the whole match, and that really bothers me, especially with women's matches, because there are ones that don't do it and they do it perfectly, and I feel like they have to kind of give them the leeway to create their match instead of having them rehearse it, you know?
Okay, I got you.
I think when guys don't, I think when matches are on the fly, I think they look more natural.
Yeah, definitely.
And that goes to the skill of the competitor knowing the timing of the guys is to study the guy.
And
right. That was like that. I was happy to see Emma.
Yeah, and she was on commentary. Yes.
Yes, Emma and Mandy Leon, which I love. She's gorgeous as well. They were both on commentating. I was just happy to see Emma because I love Emma.
Yep.
Anyway, decent match. I'll give this a 3.5.
Yeah, I agree. I want to say the same thing. It was fun.
Oh man! So this match.
What's the next match?
The NWA Championship match: Cody versus Nick Aldis. Aldis. That's what.
No, Aldis.
Aldis for the NWA Championship. Oh man! So, you want to start this one?
So much hype, so much build up. What happened? Is what I gotta say. It's just like, they had so many documentaries about this. They went into these people's lives, and you got these backstories, and this is for Cody's pops and whatnot. Yeah. And the match was just a train wreck. It wasn't all the way through, but it had spots where it was just like, ooh. For instance, my biggest gripe was the entire part where he jumped outside and went for the double axe handle, caught the elbow to the face, supposedly. Went down for about, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it took me so much out of the match. They did the sign for we're gonna stop the match and didn't stop the match. DDP came out. They took forever. I think he was maybe trying to coach him on how to blade his head or something. I'm sure Cody has done it before. I don't know why it took so long. They did a shot where he looked at him and he wasn't bleeding. Yeah. And then he went back and you could clearly tell they needed the time to pass for the mask to form.
Oh,
so it was just like that took me out of the match so much. It didn't seem as natural that way.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you want to go into the phantom kicks, but there was too many missed moves. And then I'm not gonna give Nick Aldis some shit because he did the wackest splash I have ever seen a professional man who was a champion ever do. I was like, what was that? A frog splash, or like did he just die midair? And
he fell. He fell in style.
It was not stylish. It was actually kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
And this was not either man's best match. The moment carried with the crowd. That's the only reason.
If this match is highlighted as a great match, fuck all you guys that review.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. This match was not good.
Nah.
It was not close to being good. It was too many phantom kicks. It was too many botched moves. Too many just dumb. There's a lot of dumb shit in this match.
There was a point where Cody went for the Alabama Slammer, and he had to play. His back was too weak because he had him in a position where he couldn't get him over. I had to drop him, and I'm like, I hate like like when you see a guy drop somebody close to their head, no matter how far the distance is, you don't want to see that. So
it was really seriously, this match should be featured on Botchamania. It'd be like the whole match.
Yeah.
I like Cody getting the belt.
Just
because of the history.
That's what I feel carried this match. That's it.
But not with this match. Like he could have had a better match with someone else. This was not the match for him. And now I understand why NWA is not doing good.
Yeah, man. If it comes to big money time, and this is the match you get, I wouldn't tune in.
I also was like happy to see the 12-pound gold belt featured on TV again.
Even Charles, what was his name? Not Charles Robinson. That was a different guy. Even Earl Hebner was flubbing his lines in the beginning.
Earl Hebner is too old to be refereeing. Yo, that dude can barely go down to pin.
Oh man, it was just.
He just looks lost.
It was just not good.
Man, this was a really bad match.
I mean, Bernie took the hell out of that elbow, though.
I'm gonna give this match a 2, just for the history of the NWA title and nice seeing it on TV. I'll get a 2. But match purpose wise, is a 1.5.
I'll give it a 2. Like I said, it wasn't the worst match I've ever seen, but for what this was supposed to be, what this was built up to, this was quite possibly one of the worst, possible outcomes.
This was your only title match on the fucking card.
No. They had.
Well, 2. It was their, but it was a big card.
That's what I'm saying. This was one built up beyond the show.
Yeah.
This involved another brand, another company. They actually put a budget into this. Billy Corgan was in the dock. Those little mini docks, they were in there. They did work, and this match was.
Yes, it was just like that.
Yeah.
It's a queef.
That was the sound that came out of Brandy when she took that elbow.
Yep.
She sold the fuck out of that elbow. I'm just sick.
All right, let's stop talking about this match because it's getting me more mad. I'm about to give it a 1. Next match, Adam Page versus Joey Janela. This match surprised me because, again, I like Hangman Page, but I haven't really watched him to really accept him. I know Minion with Opinion is a big fan of him. He always talks really highly of him. But he does a lot of moves that I think are pointless.
I can see that.
But other than that, he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I was
gonna say, to your point, he hasn't found that ring psychology where it's I have to dismantle my opponent, because he doesn't really pick apart.
No.
Just does moves on you.
He just throws shit at. It's like Yakuza. You just throw shit at.
He just always picks up a bike.
Yeah. He finds whatever he can and just throws it.
Yeah, basically.
But crazy spots. This one I think was got the crowd back into their feet.
There was
a lot of the spots they did.
It was everything they planned on doing went off without a hitch. Nobody got unnecessarily fucked up by doing this crazy shit, which is I like that. If you're gonna do your crazy shit, do it so that the other guy goes home in one piece.
Exactly.
So to that point, I definitely like the match. The bad girl, she was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
she was probably better than the women's wrestling match we saw earlier. She was super good. I don't know who she is.
Penelope Ford.
I don't know who she is, but the way she moves is like she moves like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, so she's really good. She was a highlight of the match. That nasty clothesline that Hangman did when Janela threw him out of the barricade, that shit was fucking nasty. He turned him inside out. The power bomb off the stage to the tables was crazy. When she set Hangman up to go to the table and she caught him with the point of his elbow, that was Janela caught Hangman with the point of his elbow. That was also really, really good. He sold the fuck out of being hit. Like, he just looked like he was dead with his eyes open. So again, this match I thought was like, for being a street fight, it was actually really good.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4.5. For me, I give it a 4.5. I really liked it. I'm a fan of Hangman. I kind of thought he was gonna wrestle a match barefoot because they the cursed boots thing, and they brought that in the match. They even had the little personal touches, so I liked it more because of that.
Okay.
Because I'm a BTE fan too, so like they threw all that in there, and so it was great. It was great. That was a surprise match for me though. Like, just like you, I didn't know it was gonna be that good. So yeah, good on them. Showing that you can still do some hardcore stuff and have it be fun.
All right, so yeah, I'll give him 4.5. Next match I'll say is my match of the night.
Okay.
Kenny Omega versus Pentagon El Zero Miedo. Pentagon Jr. Pentagon Jr. This was the match that got me hyped for this pay-per-view. When they added this to the card, I was like, okay, I'm sold now. I really want to watch it. Pentagon Jr. is probably the most over luchador besides Rey Mysterio nowadays. He's even more over than his brother Phoenix. Like, Pentagon Jr. is a serious character. For him not to speak English and be fucking considered a dangerous motherfucker without even having to say something in English is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
All he has to do is promo, and he gets the crowd behind him.
Gotcha.
He looks like La Parka and the Great Sasuke had a love child.
Yeah. I didn't think about Great Sasuke, but you're right.
But I really always loved Pentagon Jr. I became a fan of him in Lucha Underground, so seeing him like with Kenny Omega and everything with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is probably one of the best in business right now.
Except for our gripe is that he just does one move way too many times. Yes,
and that was my flaw of this match is the fact that there was about at least 10 V trigger. There was about 10 V triggers. 10.
It's just too much, man.
Like, you have more moves. You have more of an arsenal. Do the other moves. Don't just hit the knee trigger.
He has more strikes. That's the thing. It's like when he wants to do a big strike, he always goes to that. And it's like you have more strikes. You got spinning clotheslines. He has a mean drop kick. Like, I don't get it why he resorts to just doing that. He's got so much stuff.
So that kind of put my score a little lower. In that sense, is the fact that there's so many knee triggers that you don't need to do. I know Kenny Omega is probably one of the best in the world, and he's just giving me the fucking knee to the head, and I got bored of it. At least Pentagon threw everything at him, and but other than that, it was a really solid match. It was my favorite match of the night, besides all the knee triggers. I give it a 4.5.
I give it a 4.5, especially because of the ending.
And then the ending was epic.
And just the way those two went at it, though. But this match was like especially vicious for a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Like, they dumped themselves on each other's heads so many times during this match. Like, you could see people in the crowd standing up with their hands over their mouths.
Yeah.
When Pentagon caught him with the apron.
Yeah, that was crazy.
People fucking were like, I was sitting like, Jesus Christ. Kenny's like an inch shorter now. And then Kenny caught him right back, and he just opened him up and dropped it. He spun like 4 or 5 times and then dropped him directly on the top of his head. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then Pentagon got up and caught him. It was just like, damn, why are you not dead yet? So So
one thing I liked
was a
about this
hard-hitting
match
match.
was at least they told the story of the beating instead
Yeah.
of getting right back up after a power driver.
Yes.
They took their time to get up.
Yes.
Which
And
I appreciated as well.
And you know what sold me harder on Pentagon, having not been so much of a watcher of Lucha Underground, is when he kept catching the knees and was doing his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Like the way he was doing it, I was like, that's dope. That's dope.
You will like Pentagon Jr. a lot in Lucha Underground.
I like it. Is that his original song? Like, did they keep that?
No, he had a better song, but yeah, that's what he uses at Impact now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's his Impact music. Yeah. Okay.
But the one thing with Pentagon I think you'll love is the fact that when he first came in there, he was just going around breaking people's arms.
Oh, so that's what he was just. Gotcha.
That finisher that he was doing, like, everyone was scared because he was gonna break Kenny Omega's arm. Like that's what he did, and he'll hold their hand up and then fucking go back and like break their arm.
Shit.
And so he was just going around breaking people's arms, like woman, male, anyone. He would break your arm, and he would just come out of nowhere, out the blue, just sing out in the ring and like about to break the guy's arm. Like, what the fuck he do to you?
Oh shit!
Wow. He has arms. Okay. I don't like him.
He's got a collection. He just wears them. He wears them around his neck.
I did skip a match, and I didn't get to see this match. I saw the entrances, but I didn't see the match. The ROH Championship. So pretty much the person that won the Royal.
Yes.
They got the title shot, which is Jay Lethal versus Flip Gordon.
So it ended up being Flip Gordon versus Black Machismo.
Yes.
And he brought out Lenny Poffo, which I thought was amazing.
And he actually had a Macho Man costume. No, he actually had a full costume.
And the pants too. Yeah. I didn't know the pants were his, but I know he had the jacket. Yeah. Like full on tribute. I love. I mean, I don't want to skip to the end, but the tribute was amazing. He tried to steal. I don't want to say. I was gonna say Flip's valet, but he tried to steal Brandy and put him on his side. Then he picked her up and put her over the shoulder like Miss Elizabeth, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And then towards the end of the match, I just love that they called the elbow. Was it Hail to the King?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, and he caught him with it 3 times.
I gotta watch the match. I did not get to watch the match. So what do you give it?
Match. I would give it a 4 or 5. Like. For me, a lot of this stuff was really good because it was different stuff each match. Because every match felt different.
Yeah.
Because it was like you could tell these are people from different federations. Because Lucha Underground, New Japan, Ring of Honor, like it's just so many people from different places that each match kind of felt different.
Okay.
So for this thing, it felt like a completely contained thing, and it was awesome, man. It was like they sold the story of Flip getting this big ass opportunity because it's Flip and he wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah,
like that was cool. He kept throwing up his shirt, which I thought was like, all right, Flip, you made it. And Flip is awesome. Like he's really good in the ring. He's extremely solid. So I thought it was a great match.
Next match is Okada versus Marty Scurll. I was slightly disappointed at the fact that it was so short.
Okay.
It was a 12-minute match.
Okay. And I know they were building up for a while, talking about heavyweights and all that.
Yeah. That was my only thing. It was like it was just a match of them talking shit to each other and then one catching the other.
Okay.
It was nothing like really crazy, nothing really special. It was again 12-minute match. Give it a 3 for what it was. Like at least it had a story.
I was going to say, basically, it was like a story match.
Yeah.
It was tying up some loose ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last match is the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and Phoenix.
So this was the match I was actually super hyped to see. So I haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah.
But I'll make sure to go back and watch that.
My only gripe, again, this match was extremely short.
Okay.
This match was really short. I know there was a couple of injuries I know one of the Young Bucks is injured and stuff like that. So they try to do their best with the time they had. Rey Mysterio had some really good spots. He had a dope ass Wolverine costume, so that was a highlight. He actually looked like the real Wolverine because he's 5'3" also.
Awesome.
It was cool seeing Phoenix. Phoenix is always amazing to watch. And then you see Bambino doing the triple hurricanrana, which was crazy. They had some really good spots. It was just a really fast match.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3.5 just because the spots. It's just like it wasn't a match per se. It was just like a big highlight reel, and that was the end of the show.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
All right. So, me having not seen every match, you having not seen every match, but you basically have the gist of it. What do you think overall of the show?
It was a fun show. It was a fun way of building wrestling as a community and saying, "Oh, look how easy all these different federations could work together in an easy way, and not having to be about one big company. It's about everyone just joining together for one event." I like that. I thought that was good, and that's great for the wrestling business.
Yes.
They could be better with their matches. They could be better with the cameras. You guys worked in WWE. You saw how that beast runs. Copy them.
Mm-hmm.
Copy everything they fucking do because WWE, that's one thing WWE has over everybody is the way it shows.
Or I was gonna say, or at least New Japan now, because they were like, again, I was saying they were missing some off to the side moments, and like, you know, certain they wouldn't let that fly.
Like you work in two of the biggest companies.
Mm-hmm.
Copy them.
Yep.
Copy them. They, like whatever, they ain't gonna sue you for copying their camera work.
They gave Okada his full intro, the zoom out and everything.
Yeah.
So you can see the money falling. They did it. Like they know the cues, but they just didn't. They didn't stick to their convictions on doing it for the entire show.
It's a fun event. I won't want this to be like a bunch of times in 1 year. I think it should be once a year and just have a big event.
Well, they've already confirmed that there's going to be a 2. So
because
it's going to be a once a year. So
I would like to see them keep going with it. I'm happy for the guys. I'm very giving them all the credit in the world because that took a lot of balls to do that. To get all the companies together, especially to the fact that you're going to have Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan all working together because right now they all have a good working relationship. That's great. And having other indies, giving the people time to shine that never really got the time to shine, it's a great thing. So with that said, it's a good thing. The pay-per-view as a whole, as in me paying $40, I'm glad I didn't. There's a lot of matches that wasn't worth the time that they had in the match. I feel like some matches should have cut time and some matches didn't have enough time.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Gotcha. There's a big balance with that. But other than that, it was a fun pay-per-view. I would give it a 3.75. Not every match was a hit, but there were a lot of key moments. There were a lot of key matches for it to be good.
Okay, cool. My thoughts on it were, it's good to see this. I hope the string of cooperation stays. I was disappointed that I didn't care about CM Punk not being there. I wanted Neville to show up. That's all I'm saying.
I think
that's the only thing I would have had.
I think the whole thing with Jericho showing up was a big fucking icing on the cake.
Yeah, but he's New Japan.
But Jericho's Jericho. Jericho's Jericho. No. He wants to go, and he still did a concert that night.
And he wore his own face on his T-shirt.
Yeah.
What kind of asshole invades your show, beats you up, and just takes his costume off, and just to reveal his own face
to promote his album?
That says Judas, yes, for his track, that's the album too.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, like. I love it.
I think the reason why I didn't see Neville because Neville's still working out a deal with WWE to be part of the next
no. I know the realistic implications. I'm just saying that was my one wish. I gave a fuck less about CM Punk.
Yeah, I didn't really care for CM Punk either. I know he did show up for the Starcast.
Okay, yeah. So he looked like the dude. There was pictures of him, and he's got a super chin now. He's so lean.
He looks old.
It's just because he's so lean. Remember, he used to be 200 something pounds. Now he's like 160 something for that weight. So he looks completely like his body was grown for a 200-pound man for so many years.
He looked like he ate. He lost. He like someone ate half of him.
Yeah, that's just what it looks like. His body grew for like so many years as a heavy ass dude. So of course he's gonna look weird. But he looked like the guy from Lazy Town that passed away, unfortunately. but you know what I'm talking about, the main villain with the slick back hair. He had the slick back hair. So I don't know if it was on purpose. But other than that, I would give this event a 4.5 because the matches I did see, they were all like unique. They were all funny. The one that made me go, it was the main one, which is kind of sad. It was the most hyped match. It was the one that the match, was the event was kind of centered around this.
Yeah.
And the match for me was a wet fart. You know what I mean? It wasn't the best at all.
Worst wet fart.
That's bad because that's my first match ever seeing of Nick Aldis. So
you're not missing much of him. He's never been that good.
So, but they try to put him over, talking about how the people he's beaten before. So, like, I'm interested, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
And Cody, I know he can do better because I've seen him do better. So that was just disappointing.
Yeah,
that was a big hit for me. Like, he had an amazing match with Kenny Omega. He had an amazing match with Marty Scurll. Like, he's had amazing matches with all those Bullet Club guys and everybody else. So why then did he just fall apart? And
I actually think it also goes to Nick Aldis not being that great of a wrestler as well.
Okay.
Like, he's not that great. So him trying to sell, like, it's hard. If a person is still green and he's been in the business for 10 years and he's still green, that's a problem.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, that was my hit on the score, is the fact that some of these matches could have worked out so much better if they just bit more creativity inside the ring. That NWA title match should have been the marquee match because it's for that belt, and that belt is supposed to be the title.
And the history, 90 years.
Like I actually think that should have went on last, but then again, also I'm glad it didn't.
You know what? It might have been different though. The outcome might have been different if the feel was different. It was a different time period in the match and of the night, and the fans would have been at because mind you, there wasn't a long show, so the fans would not have been down on energy.
It was a 3-hour show.
So and that's the unfortunate thing when you think about that match. That match, they were cheering throughout. That's the thing. So if you look at it from an onlooker's perspective, the match wasn't great, but the fans stayed with it.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the one thing I did like for the event was that the fans were at least there. They were happy to see the people. You know what I mean? Like that more than anything, they were at least happy to fucking be there. Yeah. And that really translated. The chants were original. They were all in chants, but there was some chants like they were saying everybody from the Battle Royal. Like that was just like it was some some cool stuff. There was some cool moments with the fans being as hype as they were, but that match was not. That was not it. Yeah. So again, what I did see, I really did like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait for 2. Yeah. Again, I hope it's like a yearly event, maybe 2 times a year. That's fine, but it was a nice event. Maybe they'll work on the little issues they had, especially with the camera work and stuff like that for the next one. Again, you have all worked in WWE. You also have worked in New Japan. Honestly, try to get some people from there. I guess it's just more. They need a better production value on that pay-per-view.
It's not. I would say that, but it's just they need the more than the value. They need the guidance. They need somebody backstage with like the guidance to get those small moments that you would think aren't going to turn out big. Yeah. Like that's just the whole thing about WWE and this new version of New Japan is like they're starting to get it. Yeah. Not every big moment is going on in the center of the ring.
Yeah.
So like Kevin Owens, you know how many great Kevin Owens moments there are from him being outside the ring, not even being in a tag match. Like, come on, we know that.
Talking about Kevin Owens, he had an amazing match on Raw this week.
Yes, he did. One of the top matches of the week, I feel.
I think that was my favorite.
Literal classic. Literal classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I say that was my favorite match of the week. I think that match was incredible and shows it really showed the skill of fucking Kevin Owens as well. Like it really highlighted Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Yeah.
I wonder the direction they're gonna go with Kevin Owens because I'm hearing a lot of rumors that he might be like just a brute when he comes back. I heard he's just gonna be quiet and just take people out, and Paul Heyman's gonna be with him.
Whatever he does, I'm anxious to see it because he's one of the best people there.
Me too.
I'd hope he's not gone for long.
I will say by Royal Rumble time. I think he's gonna take a couple months off.
Okay.
It also helps him like heal up and get his injuries back in order, back in shape and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's probably gonna lose a couple pounds and he'll be back looking leaner and just stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin Owens. There's a lot of money being made with Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is probably one of the top heels, top 5 in WWE. Like it would be Miz, Joe, Kevin Owens, and then whoever else you want.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
those are the top
truthfully.
heels in business in WWE.
Well, you have to go to the women because then you would say Alexa Bliss
Alexa Bliss.
and like maybe. Well, see, I was about to slip of the tongue and say heel Becky, but guess what? She is not a heel. She is a renegade.
She is the Becky
Becky
316.
316. That's it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I guess that would be my highlight of Raw. My problems with Raw is them segments were terrible.
They were not good. I don't know what's going on.
I don't. You know what? Their segments had no direction. I didn't know what the fuck they were going with it.
Okay.
Like they were all talking about something that had nothing to do with each other.
You're right. You're right.
And it just annoyed me. And this went with the women's one too. Thank God Alexa Bliss could control that mic because once she started talking, she got my attention back.
Yeah, yeah.
But like she could get you pissed off, and it works perfectly well. That's the reason why that Alexa Bliss is a 5-time champion is the fact that she's a master on that mic.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Jericho said on a podcast recently. To get over in the wrestling business, it's not because of matches. It's your personality. It's your personality that keeps you over. The matches are the bonus.
Exactly.
You don't have to have the best matches to be over.
My example for that, Perfect 10. He does not have the best matches, but that dude is over as fuck because of his personality.
Exactly. So you got to realize that, in the business, especially in sports entertainment, it's WWE. How they run their things is personality first, and then everything else comes second.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, with Alexis, she's the strongest person on the mic on Raw. Period.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no debate. She really, really is.
And then now you know why she gets put in that pedestal is the fact that she works her ass off as much as everyone else. She's in every show. She does all the house shows. She does all the signings. She does everything that everyone else does. It's just the fact that she works on her craft.
Exactly.
Yep. And everyone respects. You know what is going to happen with Alexa Bliss, and I think it's going to happen soon. Alexa Bliss is ready for a babyface push.
I think she on Raw. You think?
No. I say not on Raw right now, but eventually she's gonna go pay babyface. Like she's gonna have a really big babyface
run. Okay.
Because she hasn't had one yet, and she's that popular of a heel that she gets cheered. Then now is your chance to actually turn her to a baby, then keep her heel. But right now they need her as heel because she's the only one that can fucking handle a mic.
Yeah, man. For real.
Sasha's good. You know what? Sasha could be really be up there also if she was heel. She's not a good babyface talker. She's a good heel talker.
Exactly.
In that sense, and I just feel bad where her position is because she should be in the main.
Yeah, and it's taken a little too long for the division to get started.
Yeah,
a little too long for like it to be highlighted because the belts haven't been seen, and it's just rumors at this point. So it's like,
Then I was like, what's the point if there's no end game to it?
Yeah, and I was like, they gotta do it. They gotta tease it sooner because September just started.
Exactly.
They gotta show the belts sooner.
Yeah. But yeah. Other than that, the segments are really terrible. I'm gonna say
for Raw, I was gonna say I like some of the matches on Raw this week.
Yeah.
Like they were okay. The tag match actually had some at the end. The tag match actually had some pretty good moments. The Corbin, whatchamacallit, number 6. So how many matches was this?
Yeah, Corbin Balor 6.
Again, still not bad.
It wasn't bad, and
it's
the fact
overdone.
that he's the GM and restarted the match was funny.
And I see people aren't willing to look at the good, and they just go with this happened already. See, that's what. There's times when and it happens more on SmackDown than on Raw, but that said, there's times when dudes have a feud and they have a bunch of matches, but they still pull out some new and creative stuff. And kudos to Baron Corbin for being just a piece of garbage, and getting his way. So I like that. I was gonna say to you, what do you think of Braun Strowman at the end? What was that about? Like that? Because my thought process before was telling you, I like that he used them to get back at the Shield, but him holding up their hands just seems weird.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you make of that? Because I'm not with the whole heel face. I told you before, I don't believe Braun Strowman has that characteristic in him. People keep trying to label him as that. He's just a fucking machine.
The thing with Braun Strowman is the
worst thing they did was the kid. That was the worst thing.
And that made him straight up baby.
Yeah, people wanted to forget it. You can't get mad at him. He had a child as a friend.
The way WWE is using Braun Strowman is for a pop. When he comes out, he gets a pop. And I think that's what they're building on him being a babyface. He is a babyface in that label-wise.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't like the direction they're going with the Ziggler-McIntyre. It doesn't make sense. And
I don't know.
They have a gold mine right now. They should use it in the Shield. The Shield should go heel.
Yeah, I see that.
The Shield should be heel. Use Braun Strowman's popularity to make them heel. If they keep jumping Braun Strowman, they're gonna fucking cheer Braun Strowman and they're gonna boo the fucking Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it hurts with Seth Rollins having such amazing matches because you want to cheer the guy.
True, but you know what? When Seth is bad, he's good enough that you want to boo him too.
Exactly, and they need to take the direction of the Shield going heel because I think that it's time.
It's a natural thing to boo Roman, so let him boo the whole team.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns needs this needs a heel run. I think him being in the Shield as heels is a perfect and makes sense for the show that you have right now.
It
makes perfect sense.
You can call the Shield the 3-man power trip. There you go. They just run the show. They run roughshod. That's it.
Exactly. And
Power Trip has corrupted him. There you go.
Yeah, and I think it needs that direction because what they're doing with Braun Strowman makes no sense. If they're trying to make him heel now, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and it's just a weird way to do it because he doesn't do allies.
Exactly.
The only friend he has is Finn Balor.
Yeah, and even he throws him.
Exactly. So here's why I'm saying it doesn't matter if Braun is good or bad. Him holding two other men's hands up is just weird.
Yeah.
For the character. So I don't get it. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Scott Steiner returns to our show. Scott Steiner is like the most
He's all over. God damn it,
motherfucker.
We thought you were in Chicago. Stay.
Stay over there. But yeah, I have my again. I think they need to go heel. I think makes the most sense if they went heel.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. And just even from that, what is that now? Braun Strowman has a faction. What are we doing here? That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Like, can you trust Dolph Ziggler? I don't. That guy'll turn on you. You can't trust him.
Yeah, it needs something. It needs to change. It needs a better direction, and that's the thing that Raw is having problems with is finding the right direction. And I think the right direction will be the Shield going here.
I think so too. And since we're losing Kevin Owens, we need some more high-profile people to step up now.
Exactly. And Kevin Owens is going to be a big void because Kevin Owens can't take a 30-minute segment and use it to put himself over, you know? Mm-hmm. And he does what you want as a heel. So you're going to start having to get these people doing the same thing. And again, your money market to get someone heel is the Shield. You need to make them heel.
Yes. I agree.
It makes the most sense.
I agree. Especially since they didn't have Dean turn on anybody or anything, like that. Like there's no shaky foundation. They're a group. Exactly. They can just decimate now. That's it.
Exactly. SmackDown on the hand.
Awesome.
I mean, really awesome stuff. Love the New Day in the beginning.
Yes. That was a highlight match for the week too. That was really good.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That was a good match.
Have Epico and Primo coming out of nowhere and actually having a wrestling match again. Yeah, it was a good. Yeah. Yep. They were always good. I think they just need to keep a gimmick and stop moving around.
Okay.
It's funny because they were tag team champions of the Matadors.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember. Yeah, wow, that was a little while ago. Okay.
Exactly. Again, great to see. The tag matches are strong. The U.S. title match was fun. Oh well, not even the U.S. title. The Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy
thing. Yeah.
Daniel Bryan and Miz continued their rivalry. It was fun. You have a little tease of Cien Almas versus Daniel Bryan, which is fucking great.
Yes, that's. See, again, not enough work, I think, was done with showing just how good Cien Almas was when he was on Raw.
Yeah.
Like the brief moment that he was there, and then he's on SmackDown, and it's like he's got to prove himself, and but I just don't see the crowd buying into him. I'm like, this man is amazing.
Well, Cien Almas is going to be a heel, and I think he's doing I think he's doing his job, and I think him losing like the DQ is perfectly fine. It did tease him versus Daniel Bryan, which it got a lot of hype, and they actually want to see a full match of that now.
Yes.
And it will be a credible thing, and I think Cien Almas is going to be a WWE champ like by early next year, beginning later next year.
You know what I want to see? I'm calling it now: Shinsuke versus Cien Almas, because I know they have a history. I just want to see it on American shows. That's what I want to see. Maybe for the U.S. title, but like probably for the championship.
Yeah. Also. Also, good stuff with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe just doing the build. You also have Carmella versus Charlotte, which was a solid match. But thank you, Becky 316.
That's amazing. That
came out, fucked her up, took the belt, and got cheered her ass off.
And it's just like you can't do anything about that. Yeah. Once Becky has made her impression.
Yeah.
And you can't pretend to make her hate the fans, because that's not who she is, by giving her lines about talking trash about the fans like that. Because the people are bringing that up, that because their stuff is written for them and whatever.
Yeah,
they had her talk negatively about the fans the week before, in contrast to like how the fans treat her. And it's like, yeah, you can't try to write your way into villainy. Like, it's not happening. They like it too much. We like it too much. So they just let it be. Just get your last kicked.
Yeah.
And don't say nothing about it.
Just let it roll. Just let her roll with the punches. She don't have to go She don't have to go full heel. Is the fact that the crowd behind her, because they know that she's been busting her ass while Charlotte just came in out of nowhere.
She is right now where Aleister Black was when he kicked Johnny Gargano in the face.
Exactly.
He deserved it, and so is Charlotte. There you go.
Yeah. Great NXT. Good main event.
Yeah, man. That again, for me, that whole faction, they really do shock the system every time they go to the fucking ring.
Yeah.
That match was awesome. Ricochet was awesome. Dunn was awesome. But I got to give the VIP to my man Roderick Strong. That dude he's fucking up. All right, I think he's got his charisma up. You could put the belt on him now. A singles belt rather.
We're gonna see Velveteen Dream versus Johnny Gargano.
Yeah,
which I'm excited about.
And I like the interaction that happened this week. Like the setup for it. When he came out and interrupted him and whatnot. He's like, I'm tired of it. No, we're not listening to hear about you. talking about the Dream.
Yeah. And so, I think it's good. I think Velveteen Dream is on the way to go to a title.
Yeah, I mean, but which one? North American first?
No, he's going for the NXT title.
Really? You think? Okay. Okay.
I actually think he's going to be the one to take the title from Ciampa.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Oh, the next pay-per-view for NXT is how far off? How
we'll be with Survivor Series, so it'll be in November.
Okay, so they got a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I could definitely. All right. I could definitely see things changing up. Yeah. All
right. We had a
return of Lars Sullivan too.
We had a return of Lars Sullivan
in the worst way. Poor Raul Mendoza.
He
was supposed to have. He just keeps getting the short end of the stick. He was supposed to have a match with a completely different person, EC3, who got run over by a freight train named Lars Sullivan, and I'm glad to see him back. I'm a Jack Kirby fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. And then you also have the female match, Aaliyah versus Dakota Kai. Aaliyah with her like 15 music.
I know, and slightly tuned aggression.
Yeah.
So she's looking a little different. Dakota Kai kills her with a finisher though. That shit looks awesome.
Yeah. It was solid match, solid NXT. 205, I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
But I really dug the whole Atami and Mustafa Ali returning. I thought that was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't get to see the main event, did you?
No, I did not.
I don't know how to feel, and I need you to watch this match because I need you to get back to me on it. It was a rematch between Kalisto and Buddy Murphy.
Oh shit! I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you def. And I don't know how to feel because it wasn't the best. It was a super heartfelt, hard fought, like you felt this match, right? It has story implications and everything. Kalisto fought his ass off. Buddy Murphy he pulled out in the end. But like it wasn't their cleanest match.
Okay.
But it was still really, really good. Like
that surprises me too, because they had a lot of time together in the ring.
Yeah, there's a few missed. It's not like anything major, but it's not like the first match.
Because Buddy Murphy and Kalisto worked a lot as the Lucha Underground, the Lucha Dragons versus
they brought that up.
Yeah, they actually brought that up. They had a big rivalry and stuff like that. So I definitely got to watch 205. I'm kind of behind with that. I didn't watch last week's as well. I usually do it at my cardio, and there's been a lot of shit to catch up on cardio. Yeah. But
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, a lot of things going on in the wrestling world. But it's great to watch, and it's great to have everything to talk about because we always have something to talk about.
Yeah. Well, before we go to, you're not gonna wrap it up, are you? Because I want to bring up one more thing. Have you seen, or have you got any clips of AAA?
I watched the video you posted up with the worst things that in AAA Mania.
The dude flipped into the owner's wife.
Yeah.
Okay? into like his ankle like slammed into her like her collarbone or something. I don't know if they said she was hurt, but like, fuck. that's like Rey Mysterio diving headfirst into Linda. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
I heard it was a great sloppy show.
It was sloppy as shit. I was glad to see LA Park, aka La Parka, come out, and they in that video accented that he was called out 3 times just to clean up the show, which is hilarious. Fucking Vampiro, dude. I saw that was a key moment for me watching All In. Somebody had a sign saying "Play Vampiro's music," and now that's a thing because they had the clips of Vampiro. He's just, what happened? He was so good on Lucha. The times I saw him, what happened? He just fell apart.
He's getting back into habits.
Oh man, because he was just like swearing his ass off, and they were live on Twitch, which I know
he was like fucked up. That's why.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he's going back on his shit. He was drinking like his ass off before the show.
Oh, god damn.
He was drunk on the show.
That sucks. That sucks, dude. Because
doing the whole Scott Hall shit again.
Just knowing that he cleaned up and was better, and he's falling back, like it's not good. that was a train wreck with him on commentary. And kudos to Stryker for trying to save that, but that was a shit show.
Yeah.
On commentary.
Yeah.
He was off his game completely. And the production was off their game as well, which is hilarious. So it was just a train wreck.
It was just a shit show. Like if it had the same, I think they probably got the same guy that did All In. They did
maybe. Yo,
the dude didn't know where to fucking shoot.
Oh my god, yeah, it was. If I recommend anybody who has not seen AAA Mania 2018, watch it.
It's on Twitch.
Yes, it is also on Twitch, and you will thoroughly enjoy yourself.
Not wrestling wise, but laughing wise.
Laughing, it is a sight to behold.
There's a lot of shit that's a lot fast. Like him and Matt Stryker going into it on commentary too, and I was like, wow.
Just full on though, like he was not acknowledging that he was on mic.
Yeah,
it was real bad.
It's crazy. Yeah, just watch AAA Mania. Triple
AAA Mania 2018 because they do it every year.
Yeah, this is the first one. I don't think Rey Mysterio was part of this one.
Oh wow, you're right.
He was on last year. She was on this one. Last but not least, I did pick up Fire Pro Wrestling World.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little wrestling game.
Who'd you make? Who's your characters?
Well, I just downloaded. I didn't even make nobody. It looks like a complicated procedure to make people. So I just, you know what?
But that's supposed to be half the fun.
Yeah, but I ain't got the time for that. Well, they have a unique way of downloading characters. Is the fact that they bring you to a website, and then you just download it from the website, and then when you reload the game, they all download there.
Okay. Does it work? It works smoothly.
Yeah, and you could do it by in groups. Like I downloaded the whole WWE roster and was able to get them in there. I downloaded all. Nice. I got most of Impact. I got the New Japan guys that are not in the game, like Cody and Marty Scurll.
Okay.
And and the Young Bucks. Young Bucks are not even in the game.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was able to get them. I like that. I do appreciate that the New Japan guys all have their theme music.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like the Kenny Omega theme music and shit like that, which is cool. Mm-hmm. This wrestling game is to each his own. Like, if you play the Fire Pro Wrestling series and like the way it plays, then you'll love this game. If you played them and you did not like the way to play, it plays just like the first game they ever made. Like, it plays the same. They never changed the style.
Mm-hmm.
It is funny because everyone bitches about WWE not changing the engine, and Fire Pro Wrestling uses the same engine for decades, and they don't bitch about that.
Nah, you know what I think it is? Is they like what it is for what it is. It's like
I think it's the customability of everything. Like you can make your own arena, you can make every wrestler. And,
you know what is a really big pastime is whatchamacallit? New Fire Pro Wrestling is really popular for simulation matches.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people do is they just, I mean, I get it because I used to do it too. When in like No Mercy, you could put computer versus computer.
Yeah.
And just let your characters fight. Well, you just make a bunch of custom characters and put all the people you downloaded and whatnot, and you just have fantasy matches and fantasy pay-per-views and stuff. So
yeah,
that's really popular.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to try to do. Once I get all the rosters and shit like that, I'll probably do the simulation of the pay-per-views.
Yeah, because I think it's more fun to watch than it is to play.
Yeah. I'll definitely do that. It's a fun game, though. I think it's $50 right now. I got it in Best Buy for $40, so definitely check it out. It's a good game. It's a fun game. The New Japan World thing is kind of the New Japan being in it is pretty cool. The whole story mode is interesting, and it's funny because you see some of the legends training you and shit like that, and one of the guys laughs in your face when you think like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the New Japan champion." And he just looks at you and laughs, and you see his face laughing, and you just hear the ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I actually watched the quick look by Giant Bomb for it. So they show the guy. I think his name is Magabe, the dude with the blonde hair.
Nah, it's a black haired dude. I forgot his name. He's a legend.
You got a different guy? Okay.
But it's really fun. But you see like Tanahashi training you and shit like that. They kind of have like their little highlights of who the person is before when they introduce them and shit, which is kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
And it's a fun game all in all.
Okay.
It's a good little breather when I'm not playing Yakuza 2, which New Japan wrestlers are in that game too.
Nice.
I've shot Naito in the chest in that game.
Hey man, he didn't stop coming at you, man.
Man. That, you know what? I think that's a really cool thing. The fact that they're in Yakuza Kiwami too. I haven't played 6, and you told me they were in 6, but I have not played it, so I'm not sure who the hell's in 6 and whatnot. But seeing them in Kiwami 2, especially at the clan creator that has the legends, and then when you're doing the fight tournaments, you see them in the fucking fight tournaments. And the one that came out of nowhere that I learned that they were in it was Tanahashi.
Really?
Yeah, I fought him in a fight tournament, and he just came out, and I had to fight him. And I was like, oh shit, that's Tanahashi? That is Tanahashi. What the fuck? And he does the sling blade.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Does he have his music?
He doesn't really have his music. He just does his switchblade, and it's like Okada does the Rainmaker. Naito does his.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
Nice. It's cool to see. It's cool to see. Yeah. New Japan Pro Wrestling featured in Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2.
Nice.
Yes. It's always good to see this things like
how much change you got, dog? I hear all that change.
Oh.
About to order something to eat? Nah, tell them to give me some too.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, good week. Decent week in wrestling. Raw needs a lot of fixing. All in pay-per-view was good, and I guess that we could wrap it up from that.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so stay tuned for Guest Brasser podcast. They're coming up next. Check out the Wrestling Babble page on Facebook. We do a lot of news and polls about everything and have great discussions. Check out Red Cycle Inc. on Facebook as well, which is our everything and everything board that we post everything from movies, video games, and everything else in between. Check us out on YouTube on Merc with the Mic and Red Cycle Inc. Twitch on Merc with the Mic, and Twitter on Red Cycle Inc. and Mark with the Mic. I almost forgot my name. I said it 3 times.
I hear Scott Steiner coming in the background. I think we got to go.
It's coming. Also, check out Red Cycle Inc. on WordPress. WordPress, Tumblr. And that's really in Regal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Goddamn, really Regal. Definitely check us out whenever you can. Check out our new Power Ranger RPM podcast that just came out this week with Tenacious T, and peace out. Laters. Bye, William Regal.
Peace.